Well, you have to get kind of a pull on some of them.
Check this out, brother.
I'm so happy.
Well, let's get Jan and the kids up here too, and we'll get started. Any other family members want to be over here? I'd like to have you. Gather around so you can hear well from Mr. Don Bechard. Our Hall of Fame is one of the most prestigious things that we have at our school, as we recognize players, teams, and coaches. And this is an opportunity to recognize Coach Don Bechard. I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Glazer, our athletic director, who will share more information about what's going to happen tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Brady. Thank you, Mr. Brady. Everyone, again, I too want to welcome you here tonight, and especially on short notice. It's amazing when you look at it. And Don, there's well over 100 people here on just a few short phone calls there pulling this together. But let me tell you a little bit about the Athletic Hall of Fame. Don certainly knows about all of this. It was established in 2000. There are 14 current members, either through a team, an athlete, a coach, or there is a special award criteria as well. With this, I can tell you this was one of the best days that I've had at work. 'Cause what I got to do was slam the door shut and didn't do anything except think about Don and what was going to go on that plaque and writing some of those things today. And it's not very often that you get to, in the roles that we have as coaches, administrators, teachers, you're dealing with a lot of things that are out there. But I was able to do that today, and it's a day that I'm going to cherish for a long time. But most importantly, we are here to share this with you. 14 current members in the Athletic Hall of Fame. Don Bechard being number 15. As I told you before, this started in 2000. This is my 4th induction, and it is certainly an honor for me to stand here with you tonight and tell you about some of the things that Don has accomplished in his career at GEHS. Don will be the 2nd induction in the coach category. Some of you know Coach Snavely. He was our first coach inducted, and Don will be right there. So our basketball is certainly well represented in the Hall of Fame. And volleyball is coming right in there with Don too. At this time, I'd like to read to you the words that'll go onto this plaque. This time I'd like to read to you the words that'll go onto this plaque. Don, you haven't heard these yet, and I hope these are worthy words. Don Bechard, coach. Inducted September 2nd, 2008. A social studies and physical education teacher at Gardner-Edgerton High School for 16 years. Is highly recognized in the Gardner-Edgerton High School community, the Kansas City metro area, and across the state of Kansas for his numerous accomplishments associated with his coaching. As head basketball coach for Gardner-Edgerton High School, Don was responsible for 4 league titles, 2 sub-state championships, and the 1996 Boys Basketball State Championship, the first in Gardner-Edgerton High School history. Don amassed over 400 wins in his head coaching career and had a record of 216 and 140 at Gardner-Edgerton High School. As head volleyball coach, Don led his teams to 5 league titles, 3 sub-state championships, and a 4th place state finish in 2000. His coaching career came with great success as he established a career of over 500 wins and a record of 209 and 99 at Gardner-Edgerton High School. Coach Bechard was responsible for establishing a climate of success for the Trailblazers and has influenced thousands through his career in the classroom, youth camps, and on the hardwood for basketball and volleyball. Recipient of the Kansas Basketball Coaches Association Coach of the Year Award in 1996, Don continued to receive numerous state awards and metro area honors for his coaching successes with basketball and volleyball, ending his accolades with the Don Jones Memorial Coaches Courage Award in 2007. Coach Bechard will forever be known for coaching Gardner-Edgerton High School to its first state championship, but is more importantly known throughout the community for his strong values, tireless work ethic, and a commitment to Gardner-Edgerton High School and its students. Those words will be embossed on a permanent plaque hung in the gym foyer area of Gardner-Edgerton High School for all to walk through in the future and see, along with all the other Hall of Fame inductees. At this time, I'm treating this like no other in every other induction that we have done. At this time, I'd like to formally recognize and welcome Don Bechard on behalf of United School District 231, Gardner-Edgerton High School, the Gardner-Edgerton community, our coaches, friends, family, colleagues. Welcome Don Bechard to the 2008 class of the Hall of Fame for Gardner-Edgerton High School. This frame, as customary at all of our induction ceremonies, will stay with the family, as well as I have some other copies here if there are some that would like those. It'll also be placed onto the website, and as I mentioned, the formal plaque will be there shortly. There's one other thing that I brought with me. I don't know if I need to speak up real loud on this. Officially a card carrying family.
I want to use this a lot, so therefore I'm going to keep fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting. I've been trying to make sure I don't overextend myself here, but I want to speak to that for a minute if I could. I see blurs of people out there, and it's going to be hard. You know, I cannot begin to recognize all the faces that are out there and want to individualize the warmth and the comfort and the attitudes that I have. Scott Schaefer has been, what, 4 years on coach? Been 5 or 4 coach? 4. It seems like 54, and that means yes, it's a very good thing. We just have so many good things going for us at USB 231, and I don't want anything to slide past the opportunities that we have for our young kids. We all have to work on that. We all have to build upon that. And it is my extreme desire to continue to work and to hope that some of those goals continue to push forward. I'm not ready to go yet. I don't want to go yet. And if I can have my way about it, I don't want to go anywhere. But we all will at some point. And I want everybody to keep striving. Be the best. And getting first place, or third place, or second place all sounds good. So let's try to be the best every single time out there. And man, what a beautiful evening. I can't believe how beautiful it is out here tonight. And when I get healthy enough to get back, pick up, or I want to come and see you, we're going to talk about the old times. I love each and every one of you so much.
We love you too, Coach.
Thank you, Chris. Anybody that wants to lie or cheat or say I'm pretty much in heaven right now. Look at this weather with you, Z.
Oh yeah.
Good stuff,
Hey, G, I got a favor for you. You know,
man.
you asked me to do some of these things, but no, you owe me that pop. You know, I'm getting it tomorrow. I'm getting it tomorrow night. But your wife, she's the one who put this together, D. So, all those things you tell me to do now, when you go back in the room, you make sure you thank her because she called me at 10:30 this morning. She's the reason why we're here. You're going to do that now, aren't you, for me? Huh? There's the person there that's responsible for all of us being here.
It's hard.
So.
She's really stubborn.
Yeah.
I don't want to get myself in trouble here. Where you put me at?
Well, I'm just telling you. All right, and I want that drink tomorrow night. I'm coming up tomorrow night.
Here's what I say to that, Z, and everybody else. I dated some different women in my life.
What you're saying.
And some of them are pretty good people. But there's no doubt in my mind I picked the best one by far.
Hey, Don, there's one other piece because we're talking about family right now. You have, I told you about your son. And this was that plaque that we told you about. So there's that first one, and that's going on
Well, Coach Don, tonight, I know it's hard to see everybody, but you have former and current volleyball players here, former and current basketball players. You have referees here. We've got current and former coaches. They're in the back. We have your colleagues, obviously a lot of family members. This is true a great representative of the sport that you have, as Coach said, Coach Glazer, across the state of Kansas. So congratulations, we're proud of you, and we're glad that you were here to accept this award.
I appreciate that so much, and there's no doubt. I've talked to a lot of officials after games, and a good thing was after the game. But I have never walked off of a court of action in a situation where I have defiled somebody's name because of what they were trying to do for kids. And that's all I was trying to do. I was trying to help kids. They're trying to help kids. And that's what we're all in it for. I love that.
Yeah.
Hey. I think we're kind of wrap things up. The family's request. Don's going to have to go back to his room and get some rest and all that. You're highly encouraged to go back to that conference room here at the hospice house and tell stories and enjoy each other's company and reflect on our newest inductee to the Hall of Fame, Don Bechard. Give him away.
Thank you, guys.
Yep.